Imagine standing before a temple so precise that modern engineers still debate how it was built. Or walking through a city with plumbing systems more advanced than some places today. Ancient civilizations weren't just about survival. They created architectural wonders that still leave us in awe. Today we're diving into the top 10 ancient cultures that built mind-blowing structures, from towering pyramids to underground cities. And trust me, number 1 will shock you. Number 10. The Mayans. Sky-high pyramids and advanced cities. The Mayans weren't just great at astronomy. They built some of the most intricate stepped pyramids in history. Their cities, like Tikal in Guatemala, featured towering structures rising above the jungle canopy. The Temple of the Inscriptions in Palenque even contains an elaborate tomb within its depths. What's wild? The Mayans built massive structures without metal tools, wheels, or pack animals. They used limestone, shaped it by hand, and developed a unique method of stucco finishing that kept their structures intact for centuries. And their cities weren't just for show. They had advanced water filtration systems, reservoirs, and even acoustics so advanced that a whisper at the base of a temple could be heard at the top. Number 9. The Nabataeans. Masters of rock carving. You've probably seen Petra, the rose-red city carved directly into cliffs in Jordan. But did you know that the Nabataeans built this incredible city over 2,000 years ago? Carving entire structures into solid rock, they created a complex system of hidden water channels that allowed them to thrive in the desert. Petra's most famous structure, Al-Khazna, the treasury, isn't just an incredible facade. It hides elaborate tombs and chambers. And here's something insane. The Nabataeans' water system was so advanced that it allowed them to control floods and store excess water, making their city an oasis in the middle of an arid wasteland. Number 8. The Minoans. Europe's first engineers. The Minoans, who lived on the island of Crete over 4,000 years ago, built one of the most advanced cities of their time, Knossos. They had multi-story buildings, paved roads, and even flushing toilets. Yes, while most of the world was still figuring out how to build huts, the Minoans had a plumbing system with underground drainage. Knossos is also home to the legendary Labyrinth of the Minotaur, an architectural marvel with hundreds of rooms, twisting corridors, and staircases that made it seem impossible to escape. Some historians believe it was an actual maze-like palace used to impress visitors. Number 7. The Khmer Empire. The builders of Angkor Wat. Imagine a temple so vast that it remains the largest religious monument in the world. That's Angkor Wat, built by the Khmer Empire in Cambodia nearly 900 years ago. The temple complex spans 162 hectares. That's larger than the Vatican City. But what's even more fascinating, the entire structure is built to align perfectly with celestial bodies, with the towers representing the peaks of Mount Meru, the mythical home of the gods. The Khmer builders created intricate bas-reliefs stretching over hundreds of meters, detailing historical and mythological events, and their hydraulic engineering was beyond its time. Angkor Wat was part of a massive city with reservoirs and canals, showing their mastery of urban planning. Number 6. The Persians. The architects of Persepolis. The Persian Empire wasn't just powerful, it was brilliantly designed. Their capital, Persepolis, was built to impress. Towering columns, intricately carved staircases, and grand halls showcased Persian wealth and influence. The Apadana Palace featured 72 columns that reached nearly 20 meters high, with reliefs depicting dignitaries from all over the empire. But here's the most mind-blowing part. The entire city was engineered to withstand earthquakes, a rare feat for ancient times. And their innovation didn't stop at aesthetics. Persian engineers created one of the earliest forms of air conditioning, with underground wind towers, or badgers, that cooled buildings naturally. Number 5. The Romans. The kings of infrastructure. Roman architecture still influences modern construction. The Colosseum, the Pantheon, and the Roman aqueducts were built over 2,000 years ago, yet some still stand strong today. What made the Romans unstoppable was their mastery of concrete, a mix of volcanic ash and lime that actually strengthens over time. Their aqueduct system transported water across cities using gravity, supplying baths, fountains, and homes. And let's talk about the Pantheon. Its dome is still the largest unreinforced concrete dome in the world. How did they do it? They used lighter materials as they built upward, making it structurally sound without modern reinforcements. Number 4. The Incas. Builders of Machu Picchu. High in the Andes Mountains, the Incas created one of the most awe-inspiring cities, Machu Picchu. Built without mortar, the stones fit together so precisely that even a razor blade can't fit between them. But here's the kicker. Machu Picchu is earthquake resistant. The stones were cut to interlock in a way that allows them to move slightly during seismic activity but never collapse. The Incas also built extensive terraces to prevent landslides and an advanced water system that still functions today. Number 3. The Chinese. The Great Wall and Forbidden City. The Great Wall of China is the longest structure ever built, stretching over 21,000 kilometers. The Chinese also built the Forbidden City, a palace with 9,999 rooms, constructed with materials so advanced that parts of it have never needed repair. Ancient Chinese builders used a unique mix of sticky rice and lime mortar to create an ultra-durable cement, so strong that some sections of the wall have stood for over 2,000 years. Number 2. The Egyptians. The Pyramids of Giza. The Pyramids of Giza remain one of the greatest engineering feats in human history. The largest pyramid, Khufu's Pyramid, consists of 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing several tons. What's crazy? The pyramids align almost perfectly with true north, and their construction follows a level of mathematical precision that still baffles engineers. Number 1. Göbekli Tepe. The oldest megalithic site on Earth. Built 11,000 years ago, Göbekli Tepe in Turkey predates Stonehenge by 6,000 years. The site contains massive T-shaped stone pillars, some weighing 50 tons, arranged in circular enclosures. But here's the biggest mystery. Göbekli Tepe was built before agriculture, meaning hunter-gatherers somehow organized the labor to construct it without permanent settlements. These ancient cultures weren't just great architects, they were visionaries. Which one impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments!